Jurnee, congratulations on this show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's quite a ride. And I have to say, I love a good horror story. I just love the gore of it and the frights and all of that. Are you personally a fan of this kind of genre?
Absolutely. One of the earliest films I remember seeing in like the horror genre was Silence of the Lambs. I was like 10 or something. My sister was watching it with some girlfriends at a sleepover at our house. And the character of Hannibal, oh my gosh, I mean, it just blew me away, terrified me. When he flicked the stuff at her, I was like, this is disgusting, and I'm hooked. Unfortunately, as an artist, I haven't been able to participate in this genre much because, you know, um, oftentimes as a Black woman, the roles you're offered in this genre just aren't very exciting. Um, you're either killed off really early or just kind of dismissed as unimportant to the plot, or you're there for the dude or the friend. And so it was so exciting, the idea to be able to participate in a genre I've been a fan of for so long.
When you were shooting the show, did it feel revolutionary at all? Because I feel like it lands so maybe differently than it today than it would 6 months ago after what everything we've gone through the last few months.
You know what? I have to push back a little bit against that because I think as a Black American, it's there's really not a time in our nation that it would be more relevant really than 6 months, or I kind of feel like since 1619 the themes we're exploring in Lovecraft Country would be relevant, and there's kind of like no month or year that you could release it to make it more relevant, particularly because the systemic racism that this nation's been built upon we haven't healed from. I can relate to so many things in this story. I can relate to what it's like to feel displaced, to be pioneering into an all-white neighborhood. Growing up, I remember a dead fish being placed on my lawn the morning of the Million Man March, and my family, knowing what that meant. I can remember our car being keyed with the N-word and with another derogatory name towards, Jewish people, because my dad is Jewish. I know what it's like to be put in the back of a cop car and intimidated and harassed. And so this is the blood memory, right? Like these stories are not just timely, they're also personal for us as artists.
Right. Wow. And talk about working with Jonathan. I love the sparks that you two have. And I don't know if the relationship is developing, where we're going with that. Can you talk about that relationship? And does it become romantic, or is there no time for that because you're fighting off monsters and racism and things in the show?
Without giving too much away, I loved working with Jonathan. He is such an amazing partner to have, and we really held on to each other. I mean, we had nicknames: Thunder and Lightning, Atticus Thunder Freeman, and Letty Lightning Lewis. But there were rituals we had. Uncle George created this ritual of the fist bump on the pilot, and we carried that throughout the entire series. There wasn't a take that we wouldn't fist bump each other prior to it. And in order to go to the places that we had to go to, Atticus, Atticus and Letty share this trauma bond with each other. They become soul tied through this secret that they share. And it's really, at the core of their relationship, and wherever their relationship goes, it will always be there, which creates a level of dysfunction inevitably, because when a relationship is built on secrets, you have to do a lot of work to get those secrets out, right? But I loved working with Jonathan and Michael and Wumi and Courtney, Anjou. I mean, this cast it's a dream to work with them.